Okay, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to adjust the information for any of the items that we've recently uploaded into the system. Specifically, if we go into an EXL 125, so we'll go to Music, we want Accessory Strings Electric, and EXL 125, EXL 125. So in order to get into the SKU, I can right click Query Item, and go back. I can hit Control-Alt-I, and that will bring me in as well. And you'll notice the Alt-I is here. You just want to hold Control. I'll show you what happens if you just do Alt-I. Alt-I, and it's going to bring this up as well. So you just want to hit Control-Alt-I and it'll prevent that. So Control-Alt-I will bring you into the item. So within here we can see this is item number 112 in the database. The manufacturer part number, which is a unique, there's characters and also numbers. It's a unique field, is EXL 125. The model is also EXL 125. The brand's D'Addario. That's the description. So this will print on the receipt, as will this. So just keep that in mind. Supplier, ABC, department, item type. Once again, we can change whatever. We can change any of this information if we like. The status is set to new. We could discontinue it if we don't want to carry the string anymore. And we have the tax code HST. You could have different tax codes depending on how your tax set is set up. So then there's also the barcode. So if we print a label for this item, this is what the barcode is going to print off as. Now, when I uploaded the items, there was an error with the upload. So what happened with the file is the barcode field was treated as a number when it needed to be a text field. What happens when it's a number and not a text field is you lose your opening zero. So the barcode on this was supposed to have a 01995, but all it has is 1995. Which means the barcode's not going to work. Now, if a barcode for any SKU isn't working, simply highlight the barcode, take a barcode scanner, and scan the UPC code. And that'll replace your barcode in the system and allow you to be able to, from Inventory Browse, for instance, scan the UPC code of an item, and it'll bring that item up, and the same from the point of sale. I can simply scan the barcode of the item and it'll add it onto the invoice. And after we update the barcode, you just want to make sure you hit the save button. You're going to see the user who created this SKU originally was admin. We can add a comment to this field. You can add any comment you want to this field. No customer will see this. This is, the comment is what you'll see only from the inventory query function. Now, there's also kits and accessories. We can edit those from here. We can create a new kit and go through the kit process. But that's going to be a separate video, and I'll go into that in depth. So if you're running multiple warehouses, we can add this item to your second warehouse, for instance. We can look at the movements of this item, which there probably aren't any. Movement summary, which is going to show us movements by month. We can set the commission for this item. There's no commission set. And once again, commission is going to be a separate video which will go into commission in depth. Now, PO query is quite useful, especially when items begin get back ordered and you have several POs outstanding with the supplier. So if you receive a set of EXL 125 strings on an order, and for instance, you don't have your packing slip, or the supplier doesn't differentiate on the packing slip which order it originated from, you can simply click PO query, and it's going to tell you which PO number to go back on to receive the item from. And web query will do a web search for your predefined search criteria. Essentially, you can search competitors' websites to ensure your price is competitive. And if you click this, it's a one click, and you can bring up 3 or 4 competitors' websites to confirm pricing is competitive. So down in this grid here, we can right click on an item, we can edit its minimum max, we can add to a PO, we can adjust the item, or we can completely delete this warehouse entry. So if we want to edit the min-max, make it 2.3. You'll see the min-max 2.3, quantity on hand is 0. Maybe we want to add 3 of these to a PO. 3, enter. Now we have 3 with the status PO in progress. If we want to change the price, same difference. If we want to put the price to $11.90 and hit the save button, and the price has been updated. And if we wanted to update the cost, what we'd have to do is we'd right click, adjust item, and then from within here, the inventory adjustment tab for EXL 125, we can click modify cost. And that's how we can adjust our cost. Remember, you can change your department or your type, you can update your barcodes and your descriptions. Now your manufacturer part number, since it's a important number and it is a unique number, which is important to remember. In order to edit this, you can't just type over it, you have to hit the change button. Throw in your username and password. You also need to have privileges to be able to, and you also need to have the security privileges to be able to change a manufacturer part number. And the new part number might be something along those lines. Now in this case, I'm just going to keep the part number as it is. Now, if we have other items that we need to edit the barcode for instance, EXL 110s. If we look here, the barcode is missing the leading 0. So I right click on the item, and I can edit barcode right from the inventory browse window if I like. So that's Control-Alt-B, or I can right click and hit edit barcode. The pop-up window will appear, and you simply scan your barcode and close the box. We'll refresh, and the barcode's been updated. EXL 145. Control-Alt-B. Scan the barcode, and the barcode's been updated. Control-Alt-I, bring us into an item, and escape will close the tab. And so that's the basics on editing an item after it's already in the system.